Let's start with the infrastructure developments that dropped yesterday, because they're setting the stage for everything else. USDC on SEI network just went live on Binance. Now if you don't immediately grasp why this matters, let me spell it out. Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume globally. When they integrate USDC support for a specific blockchain, they're essentially providing that chain with direct access to global liquidity and institutional-grade settlement infrastructure. This isn't just about retail traders being able to move stablecoins around. This is about expanding connectivity between traditional financial markets and real-time on-chain settlement. Institutions need seamless USDC access to deploy capital efficiently. SEI just got that access through the biggest exchange in crypto. But it gets even more interesting. SEI Labs released the first ever research paper exploring MEV, that's maximal extractable value in next-generation blockchains. For those unfamiliar, MEV represents the profit that can be extracted by reordering, including or excluding transactions within blocks. It's been a massive issue on chains like Ethereum, often hurting regular users. Here's what makes this research groundbreaking. Next-generation blockchains like SEI Giga will create entirely new types of MEV that are completely different from what we've seen before and are currently poorly understood. By publishing research on this proactively, SEI Labs is demonstrating technical leadership and forward-thinking approach to blockchain design. This combination, expanded institutional access through Binance plus cutting-edge research on emerging technical challenges, signals a team that's building for serious long-term adoption rather than just, chasing short-term hype. Now let's talk about the absolutely stunning development that should be making headlines everywhere but somehow just isn't getting enough attention. In just 2 months, 60 days, nearly $30 million in real-world assets have landed on SEI. And we're not talking about crypto-native projects or anonymous whales. We're talking about the most established names in traditional finance. Let me read you this list because, honestly, you need to hear exactly who's deploying capital here. BlackRock, Apollo, Hamilton Lane, Brevin Howard, Agora, Nomura through Laser Digital, Securitize, Circle with USDC, Ondo Finance, KIO, and PayPal. BlackRock manages over $10 trillion in assets globally. Apollo manages over $600 billion. These are not speculative crypto funds taking moonshot bets. These are the most conservative, risk-averse financial institutions on the planet. They don't move fast, and they don't move without overwhelming conviction. The fact that all of these institutions chose SEI within the same 2-month window is absolutely remarkable. This isn't coincidence. This represents coordinated institutional validation of SEI's infrastructure, regulatory approach, and technical capability. Capital markets are literally taking shape on SEI right now in real time. This is the bridge between traditional finance and blockchain that everyone talks about but rarely materializes. SEI is executing on it with stunning speed. Think about what this means. When BlackRock deploys tokenized assets onto a blockchain, they're not testing, they're committing. They've evaluated dozens of alternative chains. They've assessed regulatory risk, technical stability, settlement finality, and operational reliability. And they chose SEI. That decision carries more weight than 1,000 retail hype cycles. Institutional capital doesn't chase narratives. It follows infrastructure, compliance, and proven execution. Quick pause here. If you're starting to understand why SEI's institutional adoption trajectory is absolutely critical for the next cycle, smash that like button right now. And if you want to catch these infrastructure plays before they become obvious to retail, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're tracking the money flow that will define winners and losers in the next bull market. All right. Let's continue. Now let's examine the ecosystem-level developments that show SEI isn't just attracting institutional capital, it's building a comprehensive, multifaceted blockchain economy. So, on the DeFi front, Rubicon Staking has actually teamed up with DragonSwap to give their community access to the Rubicon Gems collection. But, this isn't just another NFT launch, it's really a strategic reward mechanism for active DeFi participants on SEI. DragonSwap users will get whitelist spots for collections that are specifically designed to reward users who help drive ecosystem activity forward. And honestly, this creates a pretty strong incentive alignment between protocols and their most engaged users. In a similar move, the Oxium community also gained whitelist access to Rubicon staking gems. And just to be clear, these aren't cash grabs, these are actually carefully designed mechanisms to reward genuine ecosystem participation and, create loyalty among power users. Now, shifting over to the gaming front, Helium Wars is heading to GamingCon 2025 in Mumbai on November 29th and 30th. you'll be able to find their team at booth 336, where they'll be actively demonstrating SEI's capabilities for blockchain gaming infrastructure. Gaming is honestly one of the largest potential use cases for blockchain technology, and SEI is really positioning itself as the chain of choice for serious gaming projects. The Frog on SEI dashboard just went live and is fully functional, providing users with enhanced visibility into ecosystem metrics and activity. These infrastructure tools matter because they improve user experience and provide transparency that builds trust. Based on monthly active addresses, Takara Lend has become the largest application on SEI by user engagement. That's a significant milestone because active addresses represent real users conducting real transactions, not just speculative trading volume. In the NFT space, the current leaders on Magic Eden, SEI's primary NFT marketplace, are Fuckers NFT and Yalians NFT. NFT activity serves as a useful proxy for community engagement and cultural development within blockchain ecosystem, and we can't ignore the political dimension. The SEI Development Foundation recently hosted a fundraiser for Congressman Richie Torres' re-election campaign. Torres has been one of the most consistently pro-crypto voices in the United States Congress. SEI backing pro-crypto political leadership demonstrates strategic thinking about regulatory environment shaping. Now, let's be completely honest about current market conditions because I'm not here to sell you hopium. SEI token price and broader ecosystem token prices are down today. That's the reality. Short-term price action in crypto is brutal, unpredictable, and often disconnected from fundamental developments. Tomorrow might be better, or it might not be. Nobody knows. But here's what matters for informed investors. While retail focuses obsessively on daily price movements, institutional capital is flooding into the infrastructure layer. BlackRock doesn't care about daily candles. Apollo doesn't trade based on technical patterns. They're positioning for multi-year trends and trillion-dollar market transition. The IDOS network, Epic 2, is currently active, representing another layer of ecosystem development happening regardless of short-term price action. Building continues, infrastructure improves, partnerships expand, user adoption grows. This is how sustained value gets created in blockchain ecosystems, not through hype cycles and viral marketing, but through systematic infrastructure development, institutional validation, and genuine utility creation. So there you have it, Crypto Fam. SEI just demonstrated in 24 hours why it's emerging as the institutional blockchain of choice. Binance integration, groundbreaking MEV research, 30 million in institutional capital from the biggest names in traditional finance, explosive ecosystem growth across DeFi, gaming, and NFTs, and strategic political engagement. While most of crypto chases memes and narratives, SEI is quietly building the infrastructure that will power the next generation of blockchain adoption. The institutions have voted with their capital. The question is, are you paying attention? If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's actually happening on SEI beyond the daily price noise, show some appreciation by dropping a like on this video. It genuinely helps more people discover this analysis. And subscribe to TJ Crypto World if you want to track institutional money flow before it becomes mainstream news. I've also got a deep dive coming on 3 other Layer 1 blockchains attracting institutional capital in stealth mode. You absolutely don't want to miss that comparison. Until next time, stay sharp, follow the money, not the hype, and remember, institutions don't broadcast their moves, they just execute. This is TJ, signing off. Let's build generational wealth together.